What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Christian Kuntz Podcast. As always, I'm here with my boys Vinny and Trey.
Yo.
We got Jesse behind the boards and Uncle Swing, a.k.a. Tiger Hood here. I feel like we haven't been in here in forever. We backloaded a couple episodes, and we haven't been in here, so it's kind of cool knowing we're recording an episode with a guest that is our first ever repeat guest. Let's give it up for a man straight out of Louisville, Beanie Bishop. Welcome back, Beanie. How you feeling today?
Good. That was
hell of an intro.
That was better.
Yeah. Better intro. Better Louisville.
Louisville.
Yeah. I got it.
Yeah. I was just talking to my brother about that in the car.
Was he laughing?
Yeah.
Why? Do I have like a Yinzer accent, or because I feel like mine? It's since I like went to other teams before and I was in other cities, people were like, "Oh my God, where's your accent from?" And then I kind of didn't like get away from it, but every time I talk to somebody from out of like town or something, they're like, "Oh, where are you from? Like your accent's weird." But I don't think I have an accent.
Nah, I don't think you have one, bro.
Danny Smith got one.
It's different. You know what I mean? Especially playing on teams with guys from different places and stuff like that. You don't have the Pittsburgh accent. I done heard some black people from Pittsburgh, and it's like, yo.
That's the impression we need on the show.
He probably knows. It's an Instagram page. I can't think of what the page's name, but I'll be seeing the Pittsburgh thing, and it's hilarious. But nah, that's when I think Pittsburgh accent, that's what I think about. Not how you.
Not
speak.
me. All right, good, because Pittsburgh accent got rated like the ugliest in the world. They said like our accent's the ugliest. I don't find that true.
Does your family have it?
Not really. Like a lot of my friends, I feel like in their families and their dads have it, but I feel like my family doesn't have it that much. My mom will be like, say stuff like that. It will come out a little, and we'll like be like, "Oh my gosh, the Yinzer accent," and she'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I don't have a Yinzer accent," but she'll be like, "Take the rubbish out."
That's because you grew up in that Char Valley money, dude. That's like
Char Valley money. Yeah, you're right. Bean, I want to get into what's been going on in offseason. How's your first NFL offseason? Because like you went from college, draft process, rookie year, like that's the longest year of your life. So how's your first NFL offseason?
Man, I've been chilling. Really. Went back home for like a week. Went to Puerto Rico for like a few days.
How was that?
It was fun.
Incredible.
Bro, had hella pina coladas. Had so many pina coladas, it was crazy, bro. Look, it was so I swear it's so crazy because I went and bought a Ninja like blender, bro, and learned how to make pina coladas. I swear.
Have you ever had pina coladas?
Bro, nah, that was my first time. That was my first time, and I'm like, bro, like, yo, we got like when I go home, bro, we gotta have the pina coladas in the slushy maker, bro. Like it's finna go crazy.
They do be hitting.
Man, they slap. So I mean, that's what I've been doing. Meal prepping, I end up getting me a e-griddle, Blackstone.
Oh hell yeah, those are fire.
And just been cooking like crazy. I got my bacon stuff that's going on. I haven't started yet.
What is that? Because I didn't even ask you because I wanted to talk about it on here. What do you got going on with the baking thing?
It's Beans Bakery. Where I get on there and just bake some different desserts. Probably, bro, I got a whole plan for it. It's crazy. Probably invite some guys on.
Yeah.
Whatever they favorite dessert was growing up or something like that, and we just make that together and probably chop it up a little bit, wait for it to be done, and then kind of taste test it. And
are you a good baker?
Or bro, like
Gotta be if you gonna risk it.
I was gonna say, you're risking this. What if your stuff is just trash? What if it's terrible?
Bro, I think it's a good plan because I've been passing out testers to our teammates like the whole season almost. Like, bro, it's like to the point where guys is like looking for me to.
Yeah. Whoa, that's fucking cap,
bro.
Because I haven't tried a single thing.
See, that's because
that's
you're
crazy.
Not a DB, bro. Like, listen.
Okay, that's
so.
Fair.
I promise y'all. So Corey Trice, D-Jack,
all the boys.
Casey, really, Casey, like they all can attest to it, bro. It was one time I brung some like cinnamon roll brownies in there, some some sugar cookies, bro. Like I'm telling you, like cake, like the honey bun cake. I brung some strawberry honey bun cake. Like, Bro, I'm telling you.
Hey, Christian,
yes.
I'm just as mad as you are. Yo.
Yeah,
I'm
why
just
didn't
as
you
mad.
should have brought something in.
Yeah,
We
for
should have
real.
taste tested it on air right now.
here.
Bro, yeah.
Next time you come on, because I feel like this might be a recurring process here with you coming on. You're decent. You're all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of tough right now. It's kind of tough right now with me doing all the meal planning and meal prep and stuff like that, bro. Like, usually I wouldn't have a problem with making it like every week. So I just I made a whole Instagram page and I haven't posted nothing on it. Like, I came up, got a logo made and everything like that.
What's your favorite thing to bake though?
I would say cakes.
Okay.
It's kind of fun. And I never made a cheesecake before though. That's what I want to like.
I need some of that.
It was
Cheesecakes,
bro.
yeah.
I was on Instagram and I'm looking at all of these different cakes, cookies, cheesecakes, like, and it's popping up. So I'm sending it to my other page. Then next thing I know, bro, I'm on Instagram like an hour, bro.
It'd be
it's
like
like
that.
2 in though. It's like 2 in, bro. I gotta make this. I gotta make this. I gotta make this. I
see it, dude. I don't know if you thought about like the whole pina colada thing. Like, we got to figure out like a recipe for you to have like some sort of signature dessert that's like pina colada flavored.
Cake.
And then it's like Beanie's Island. Because he's like,
hey, no,
dog.
that's crazy. That's
And then,
crazy. That's
like,
crazy. That's
Don't
crazy.
get-
that kind of thing now.
Yeah.
Don't get him going because you'll
Blast
be
off.
overloaded, bro.
Yeah,
He'll
yeah.
start firing
my bad.
ideas.
All
We'll be
right,
like,
get back
whoa.
to this off-season.
Nah, give
What's
some
the
out.
off-season stuff?
Nah, bro, that's dope though. Like, I'm glad, like, just being able to, have that idea and people, have things and feedback. Like, at first, I was just gonna like have the bacon with beans thing, going on, and I talked to one of my old teammates, very smart guy, Coleman. He's like, bro, you could turn it to like a podcast, bro.
Yep.
Like, you can bake and then like have
sure.
your
Yep.
teammates come on or this, that, and the third, and then like, bro, we talk about colognes. He's like, bro, like, you get that going, then you could come out with your own cologne that's like bakery scented or something like that. You know what I mean? Like pound cake smell or something like just. I'm like, bro, that's crazy. And then my brother's like, bro, add the podcast factor to it. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
So like, that's just kind of like what I've been thinking about and things like that.
Endless possibilities with that. I like that.
For sure.
The pound cake fragrance.
Yeah, something like that, bro.
That's
I like
real
that.
fire.
Lamar got his. Why can't I have mine? You know what I mean?
Hey,
So,
I feel it. You got the platform to do it.
Yeah, for
We
sure.
started now. We'll get on to the little football topic. What, going into this offseason, what do you think you need to work on? Like, what are you trying to focus on the most going into this next OTA period and, training camp coming up?
Bro, I would say just trying to get my communication together, bro. Like, because I understand, like, just talking to the coaches, they explained to me, like, basically, how year 2 is going to be. And obviously taking over the full-time role of nickel, that communication is going to go through me, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you don't need the corners trying to have a whole lot of communication. It's going to, like, the communication line is obviously, like, the linebackers,
And
the
you.
safeties, the nickel. Like,
Yeah.
being able to explain the motion rules and all of those adjustments to, like, okay, we know Joey's a press guy. If they get in the stack, have Joey press and I can play off. I like playing off man anyways.
Yeah.
And help Joey out. So, like, okay, boom, when they motion, you stay down and I just play off. Just those kind of things, and obviously get my process together of watching film, taking care of my body. And I kind of wanted to be like okay, Monday I got this, Tuesday I got this, Wednesday I have this.
It's going to be more regimented. Like,
Yeah. So it's not like, oh, okay, I might do this Monday, and then next week I change it up, and I just rather have everything be the same. So whenever it comes to playing football, bro, it's like
easy.
playing fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's one of the great things, bro. I just met with the new defensive back coach.
Dude, GA's the best. He's
Bro.
cool as hell. He was here. He went to Vegas, took a year off, and then came back here. But he's great. You're gonna like him,
Bro, and it's crazy how the world works, bro. Like, so last year I had the East West Shrine Bowl.
Okay.
Like, y'all know it's like a Senior
Yeah.
Bowl
Mhm.
game, and he was like one of the coaches actually.
Oh,
Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, he was like, I think might have been like the defensive coordinator for that week. They have coaches probably coaching out of position and all of that kind of stuff when you go to out there. But
Right.
just being able to, kind of have a relationship with him and stuff like that is crazy to come full circle with him being a defensive back coach.
Yeah, what's the like headspace like this time around? Because last year around this time, like you're really focused on like trying to get into the league and figure out what this is going to look like for you. So you obviously had the season that you did; it was great, and like you've really been able to establish a name for yourself. I see articles coming out about what your season looked like. So like, what's the headspace now going into it? Is it refining your craft? Is it trying to like open up new things? Like you said, you play off the ball. You're trying to work a little bit more press. I know with nickel, kind of off the ball is a little bit more preferred, I guess. But yeah, like what's now that you're like a little bit more solidified, and I say that with grace because nobody's really safe, but like what's the difference you think like going into this year? Like, all right, I got some sustainability. I'm going to work on these things. Like,
for me, it's just like, okay, I had a process last year, and just being able to change what I did a little bit last year and then, evolving it to something better, obviously, taking care of my body, watching film, the meetings with Coach Tomlin, and me and the DB coach, GA, he told me, like, man, everything's essentially going to go through me. Like, I'm going to help you learn, okay, the playbook, the technique and different things like that to where you're not going to have to go to all of these different coaches to get answers. I'm going to be able to give you the answers to the questions, allow you to ask questions.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I feel like that's going to be able to help me go to the next level for next year. You know what I mean? I always want to be trending up, especially over these next couple years, especially when I get close to that contract.
100%.
Right.
How many, I feel like I get this question a ton. People that aren't in our space, football space, they ask me, well, what do you do all day? Like, they act like we just, like, wake up and do nothing all day for this time period. So walk me through, like, obviously you're in the facility in the morning. You beat me in this morning, knock it up for you. But, like, what's your everyday schedule look like right now? Because I get that question every day. Like, what do you do all day? It's like, oh, nothing. I just sit around and play video games all day.
Damn.
That's what.
Well, man, that might be what I'm doing. Man, that's what I would do up until I started back working out.
Yeah.
But, like, since I started working out, I come into the facility, talk a little bit. After I work out, waste a little bit of time, go home, make a smoothie, cook, you know what I mean? Get on the game. Girl comes home,
Hang
play
out.
the game a little bit longer.
Keep playing
Probably
the
cook,
game.
then we watch some TV. I mean, it's nothing
What
crazy.
are you watching on TV? What's your show?
Love is
Island.
blind.
Love Island. You're a Love Island guy.
Bro, no, I hate reality TV.
Good call.
For real,
Good
bro. I
call.
love reality TV. I'm all over reality TV.
You watching The Bachelor right now?
No,
Yes, you are.
Love is
no.
blind.
Love is blind for sure.
Yeah.
No, that's
Minnesota edition right now.
Christian
So-
puts himself in the shoes. Like, I picked this person.
Bro, that's hilarious. But nah, we watching The Equalizer right now.
Oh, yeah.
With Queen Latifah. And then she be watching Baddies.
These show names, bro.
Bro,
What the hell?
You know what Baddies is, bro. Like,
Trey knows.
You think this guy doesn't watch Baddies?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
It's ratchet.
I didn't
bro.
know that was
Ratchet.
a TV show.
I enjoy it.
Exactly, bro. It's fights on there all the time, bro. Like it's just some crazy stuff, bro. Like girls like watching stuff like that, bro.
Yeah.
Girls
Yeah.
gossiping and arguing with
mess.
each other and beating each other up, like
This
going
reminds
out
me
to
of
clubs.
home. That's why I like it. Yeah.
What have you boys been up to? I feel like I haven't seen, like I said earlier, I haven't seen you boys. Trey, what have you been up to? I know
Coaching
it's
7-on-7.
7-on-7. How's your
Yeah.
team look?
We look good, man. We played against Level 82. They're an OT7 team. We lost them by 1 touchdown due to our mistakes, you know what I'm saying? But the kids are getting better. They're getting opportunity. I got one kid who right now is going the whole way through recruiting. A lot of people are liking him and liking what he's doing. Shout out to Khalil Johnson. But
Where's he from?
He's from Cornell, man. He's a
Okay.
kid who didn't want to leave his school. He wanted to prove a point at single A.
I like that
was
a lot.
Listen, bro, we'll try to work something out. I ain't guaranteeing nothing. You can't guarantee nothing with kids these days.
No.
You feel me? But the best I can do is the best I can do. You know what I'm saying? So we got a tournament coming up here soon. It's gonna be fun. I would love to have y'all come speak to the kids at some point if you're interested, man. 'cause
Hell yeah.
We got a really cool program over there right now, bro. We build leadership and mentorship through that space, so I'd love to see y'all there.
You guys need any players?
Vinny, you could definitely show up to be like a what was it with the Eli Manning?
Eli Manning, yeah.
Dude, I'll go route some kids up.
Hey,
dude.
listen, you're welcome for sure. You're definitely welcome.
So Trey, are these all kids from the Whippeal?
Yeah, they're all kids from the Whippeal, some from the City League.
And how does this 7-on-7 process work? Like, are there other 7-on-7 teams within Pittsburgh, like other organizations?
Oh, for sure. So we're the PA Goblins, right? And honestly, our name matches our effort. Kids is nuts. Love them to death, but they're nuts, right? And then we got 412 Elite. They're really good, Evolve. There's a couple other ones out there that are pretty good as well, but we just all compete, man, trying to really get these kids a real opportunity, man. I know you probably play for a 7-on-7 coming through, man. Like, the game's changing. You know what I'm saying? And in order for kids to get opportunity, you got to get in front of college coaches. 7-on-7 doesn't always guarantee that, right? But, like, if you do it right, which we try to, right? We watch film, we go through technique basis, information, and then on top of that, we do a lot of formation ID and stuff like that. But, like, we try to bring our college efforts and our NFL efforts, because we got one NFL guy, to the lower level so they can at least understand it. And we don't have no 5 stars, like not a single 5-star, but our kids go in there, Pittsburgh, like gritty.
I love
you know
it.
what I'm saying? So, like, we might end up in a brawl because we just ain't going for that. I'm just being honest. It's like,
We'll end up in a brawl.
Guaranteed, at least once. But at the same time, man, we're trying our best to discipline and show these kids what it means to be detailed. You know what I mean? So
That's cool. That's cool because I know kids get they're getting scholarships based on just 7-on-7 performances
for
now.
sure, bro.
It's wild.
I got
Which is
one
wild.
kid.
Yeah, nah, that is crazy.
Like you can have a good weekend in a 7-on-7 and get a scholarship.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of what the game is going towards too, which is crazy in my opinion.
Y'all
Kinda
agree with
sucks.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't
because
agree?
you get. I mean, bro, you getting offered off of 7-on-7.
Come
like,
on.
what happens when he puts those pads on? Like, bro,
Right.
Is he gonna tackle?
Yes.
obviously you can grab and hold and do all of that, bro.
Right.
You might be in this route, bro, and you still trying to play catch technique at 15 yards. Like, bro, it's not real.
It's not
You know what I mean?
realistic.
But like, you obviously can tell the difference of those guys that played. That actually played contact tackle football
For sure.
versus the 7-on-7 guys where, you know, they want to be all pretty and dance at the line and all of those kind of things and get drippy, you know what I mean?
Right.
Which is part of football, but like
Yeah.
it doesn't translate to the game. The 7-on-7 part doesn't translate to the
At
game
all.
because you don't have to worry about blocking. You don't have to worry about, you know, the mental warfare of like real football. Like it's totally
Right.
different of
Mhm.
if a dude tackles you, bro, they laying on you a little bit longer and talking crazy to you. Like it's way different, bro. And that's just like the mentality of like the kids now, bro. It's like
Yeah.
they don't me growing up and him growing up versus now, bro, it's totally different, bro. I remember you used to be able to crack back players,
That was
bro.
my
like
stuff. I ain't gonna
where
lie. I'm
if
trying
a
to take
dude get
hands
an
off.
interception, you was pointing up. Oh my
Oh my
god, he's
gosh.
coming to your side, bro. You finna damn
Die.
near take his helmet
I'm
off.
about to die.
Yeah. You can't 7-on-7. You
I
can't
will
do
say
that.
this though, with 7-on-7, it's a real good space for technique if you have the right
Yes.
coaches.
That's
you
it.
know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like for us personally, we take it serious, the technique piece, because we tell them all the time, we're not trying to make you great for 7-on-7. I can care less about OT7 and all that stuff. Like I want you to have good fundamental rules, so when you go to 11-on-11, that scholarship it add up. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because it's one thing to go into a 7-on-7 and you ball out. Then they go to your film and you ain't do nothing.
Mhm.
Like, bro, film is everything. So if you don't get film on field with contact, it really don't matter. But in terms of technique and building your craft, right, if you're in the right program, that program should be building your craft right now in the offseason because they don't have spring ball. You feel me? We're not Florida. We're not Texas.
Yeah.
We don't got all that. You feel me? So, like, for us, it's like spring ball got to be almost 7-on-7.
It's gotta
so
be.
where's the technique at? You got to be able to find it. You got to have the right guys around. And the only luxury we don't have here in Pennsylvania is we don't have a lot of NFL guys staying home, right? Like, even if I was in the NFL and I retired, I'm going to Florida, I'm going to California, right? Therefore, even if I'm thinking about coaching, where am I teaching? In those spaces, right? When you do get guys who stay around, right, I just try to pull them together just so we
Yeah.
can talk ball, get these kids around real football, you know? So, like, yeah.
Yeah, that the technique part of it for sure. I mean, especially like a DB in 7-on-7, a
For sure.
receiver. I feel like that stuff's vitally important because kids don't know how to run routes. Kids don't know how to jam at the line properly. Like if they're getting taught the right way in 7-on-7,
bad.
they can translate that to the field of contact, which
But you
will
ain't
help
wrong,
them.
though. There's some parts where they're just out there just doing stuff. I ain't gonna lie. There's certain programs I'd be like, yo, like,
yeah,
what is the point here? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I get what you're saying.
And that's just part of them, like, them, when I say them, I mean like the coaches
For sure.
allowing them just to be like freak athletes, bro. Like some of them are just freaky athletic. And I mean,
That's true.
Don't get me wrong, like that's cool, bro. Like some players can do it, bro. Like GP is freaking phenomenal, bro. Like probably won't see another guy like him. I never played with a guy that just like can just show up and
he can just
make
roll out of
crazy
bed. He
catches
can
and
roll
do
out of
whatever.
bed and he can roll out of bed and run a full route and catch a ball over somebody, like rolling out of bed.
He's tough though too. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's
it's
tough
not
as
like
nails.
7-on-7 tough. Like it's
He's
really
tough.
tough.
Yeah, he's got some
he
dog
looks
in
for
him.
it.
That's
Yeah.
what I don't like about 7-on-7. They act tough after the play.
Oh.
Like I be telling them, yo, if you gonna be tough during the play. Like the ball's in the air, pass breakup, break that man's arm if you got to. Don't let him catch that. Like it's just you're right. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff missing from our culture and our age. Like we grew up playing outside. You know what I mean? I'm calling the homies like, bro, meet me at the field right now. I got 6. What you got? You know what I'm saying? Like we just trying to ball. They don't really do that. They play a lot of games. And there ain't nothing wrong with playing video games. If that's your thing. But like we was outside really fighting each other. Like playing cops and robbers.
Release. Release.
All the above.
See, and that's like the change, bro, like of technology too. Bro, when I was in elementary school, bro, I had a flip phone. You know what I mean? Now they
Or the
got
roller,
iPhones
baby.
with TikTok and all of that. You know what I mean? Instagram and social media, like where you used to just be able to go to a park and know somebody's gonna pull up. It didn't even got to be your homeboys. Like you can just ride your bike around the neighborhood and you know that you gonna see some people. You know what I mean?
sure.
It's totally getting away from that. Like with all the streamers and video games and stuff like that. Obviously, you know what I had, like PlayStation 2 growing up, PS1, PS2, and all of that kind of stuff, PS3. Like, dudes weren't worried about that. That was when you come home. That's when the lights come on. You know what I mean? That's when you got to be in the crib. Like, that's when you playing that, bro. But, like, you used to want to be at the park, you know, tackle it, bro. Like, we used to damn near play tackle on the street.
That's
like,
what we did. I
in the
grew up playing
concrete,
tackle on
like,
the street.
bro, like you getting your elbows is bleeding, bro. All of that kind of stuff, bro. Playing tackle in the street, and it's just way different, bro. Like the kids now kind of ain't cut like that.
How do you think that comes around though? Like, you think it? Like, I always talk about the pendulum effect, where like life shifts back and forth. Where there was no technology, now it's too much. Like, where are we meeting that in the middle? Like, do you think it's reality, especially in sports? Like, is like 7-on-7 a start of it? Like, is there any like hope that like, because if we keep trending this way, like football is going to become a 7-on-7, right? Like now there's still going to be the physical aspect. Like I'm not insane. I understand like it takes an abnormal human, but I mean, I see those 7-on-7s and I'm like, where's Andre Johnson wide receivers? The dudes that just would like absolutely like fuck you up down the middle, like as a wide receiver. Like I mean, I miss that and I probably sound like an old head, but like, are we going to meet a middle in these sports ever?
Man, it's really tough to say, bro. Like because all of the like. It's getting more like safety based kind of, or they say it's safety based, but like it's perspective. It's a violent game, bro. Like when guys put their helmet and shoulder pads on, they know like
it's on.
Fuck, I could. It's a possibility that I could go out here and you know what I mean and die basically.
I almost
you know
did,
what I mean?
so
like,
I get it.
So just having guys understand that, and obviously there's some rules that need to be changed. As far as like, okay, safety, like the crackback block, that was crazy. Like that's our time.
Cool.
I used to love the crackback block though.
I mean, that's our time and generation of playing football, bro. Like obviously the game's gonna evolve, bro. Like it's way different from 1950, 1960 football where they was throwing the ball maybe 10 times, where they was running. You know what I mean? Like where they had leather helmets, and now the technology that we have in helmets and shoulder pads and stuff like that with. And even seeing concussions, bro, like once the concussion thing came out, that might have
did it all.
That did it all, like for football, as far as like physicality aspect of it, bro. And obviously the entertainment part of it, people want to see offense score, but like it's like real football junkies that like, damn, I want to see this dude low key get killed. Like if he runs a slant, bro. His helmet needs to get taken off, or he needs to go, like literally go to sleep out there, and that's like the kind of mindset that you got to have as a defensive player, bro. Like when you grow up watching
Ed Reed,
you got
Sean Taylor.
Sean Taylor, like guys is really putting people to sleep out there. Like you like, damn, this is how the game's supposed to be played, bro.
Yeah.
Like, do I think it's gonna get back to that? No, because the 7-on-7 aspect of it, like guys want to be pretty and like. they don't want to go. The receivers don't want to go block. The corners don't want to go make tackles. They want to have pass breakups and interceptions. Like it just, I think you just got to be wired a certain way. Like I don't know. Like I feel like if a lot of guys come from struggle, bro, like, and I just seen like Carmelo Anthony talking about it, bro. Like the guys that was struggling, like. I'm trying to move my mom out the hood. I'm trying to, you feel me, take care of my family and stuff like that. It's gonna be a way different hunger. Like,
They
man,
play a little
shit,
different.
I have to make it.
Right.
Versus, okay, if I got bread, my son's gonna be like, I'm damn near straight because my pops he played in the league.
Right.
But but you don't want that, and that's kind of what the kids are now. It's like. I'll be cool if I don't make it. Like they don't really have the hunger and the want to. I mean, you damn near need to, like, for me, I might end up creating a little bit of a struggle. Like, even for my kid that we don't have to struggle, but just being able to show you, like, bro, to keep the house hot, you got to open that stove and have it open.
Right.
I mean, have the oven, not the stove.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to have the oven open, bro. Like, that's how we used to heat the house sometimes.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, it might be a time where you eat 1 or 2 meals a day. You know what I mean? Like,
And it might be just noodles. I've been there.
come on, bro. And that's just being able to have that hunger and drive within the kids now. But like seeing all the kids now, they want to make fast money. They want to have designer clothes. They want to have jewelry.
Twitch, all that.
Yeah, well, they see what what's put on social media by us, and then they want to emulate that, and that's almost like that's a trap because we're in the NFL or in the NBA, NHL, whatever it may be, and we're getting paid to play. We're professionals, and we're on the biggest stage, and DBs do your whatever strap or whatever they do, like, and then you see you pop on Twitter, whatever, TikTok, and you see like 8-year-old Taunton doing that. Like, I didn't even know if I made a play when I was 8 years old, like I'd just get up and be like, okay, made a play,
Did my dad see that?
Yeah, I'm like looking in the stands, but like nowadays they see what we do, and and that's social media.
Yeah,
that's just what it is.
Fake shooting each other.
Yeah,
that's the craziest shit. They were fake shooting each other.
That is nuts.
The NBA is crazy. They make threes and they straight up like go. That's a 15-yard penalty.
Who's the
but like there's little
from
kids
LSU?
that are.
Yeah. Well, the LSU dude, was it Lacey? Kyron Lacey or something?
Yeah.
Dude, he pulled out a fucking machine gun, dude. Like,
he did,
he
dude.
mowed that motherfucker down.
Dude, it's crazy.
Buddy from South Carolina. He stood
yeah,
over
the
top
one
of Buddy.
that-
Nah, that's crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and dude, they don't
He
get.
pulled out
There's
a
no
bow.
like technicals, nothing like basketballs. They allow anything.
Now,
It's
answer this
insane.
question. Do you guys feel responsibility to like changing the game into some sort, like, because how you play, these kids watch how you play and they try to mimic it. You know what I mean? So do you guys feel that responsibility or not?
Yeah, for me, dude, like we're not going to change the game. You're not going to change a kid like how he acts, what he sees. But like, when I'm talking to kids or like helping a high school kid snap or whatever it may be, like I want them to see how I'm working, why I'm working, like, and what I'm doing it for, not just like, hey, I'm in the NFL, like I have to do this. No, I want to do this. Like I want to work and I need to work because like that's how I got here.
Right.
So like I want them to see how I work and why I work, not so much of like, oh, he's in the NFL, he's got I don't know what I even have. I don't even have a Louis bag, but he got a Louis bag. I want a Louis bag, like something like that. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather them just see us how we work and like what got us here, as opposed to like, they're in the NFL, they can do what they want, which is like not the case.
Right.
Yeah.
For me, I would say a little bit, like for guys of my stature, bro. Like, you got to think it's like so many coaches like, oh yeah, we need bigger corners. We need
Right.
Yes.
Like, I'm like, damn, bro. Like I'm locking people up at 5'9", bro. 5'9" even. You know what I mean? Like
Talk that
not
talk.
5'9.5". Like bro, 5'9" even, bro. Like, so what you mean we need a bigger corner? Like, I'm sticking this dude, but the dude that's 6'2" can't guard him. Like, but you need a taller corner. What is the taller corner out there to do? Give him body presence? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
It's just like I just go out there and play. Obviously, I watched a lot of the different guys growing up, bro.
Right.
So like, just being able to seeing those NFL players, it's like, okay. When I used to play offense, like, bro, I used to watch older football players like Barry Sanders, bro. Like my pops told me, man, when Barry Sanders scored, he don't even do a celebration. Like he just hand the ball to the ref.
I love
think
that.
we all heard that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody as a
Barry
kid, you heard at least
Yeah.
once.
Barry
Absolutely.
Sanders.
Bro, so like once I was doing that. I was doing that for a while. Then like obviously like you watch different players and like I'm seeing Arian Foster, he do the bow, you know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
Like
yeah.
so I start doing that. This is like obviously, you know, you're gonna mimic some of the guys that you see on TV and the things that's popular, but knowing that I have a little bit, I do take a little bit of responsibility for, you know, some of the celebrations or things that guys do or the way that guys play. And like Kuntz said, I like to show like that I work, I worked and how I worked to get to where I am today, bro.
Right.
It wasn't no shortcut of okay, he knows this guy or his dad played in the league, so he got drafted to the organization that his dad played for or picked up by the organization. Like I have no family ties to anybody that played in the NFL. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so it's just different.
There's no shortcuts to where you're at. Where we're at, you know what I mean? Like you, if you're taking a shortcut, you ain't making it.
Yeah.
They're gonna cut your ass. It don't matter. There's no shortcuts.
It's different nowadays, bro.
Yeah.
Like I feel like kids don't have that by any means mindset all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause there's times where I'm sure Christian, you was out there just doing stuff just to get better, right? We didn't have trainers. At least I didn't growing up. Bro.
Yeah.
I was out there just running hills, trying to figure it out. I've seen his highlight tape. He made a whole training video, and he was right for doing it. Because that's how everybody was doing it, bro. Like I'm being for real. Like ain't nobody have no trainer sitting there waiting for you
True.
to tell you how to do something.
Yes.
So like I'm curious, bro. Like, do you think at least that will come back? Like that by any means I'm gonna get it? Because I feel like some of these kids just get everything they're looking for, especially with NIL. A little
I
bit
do
being on
think
there.
with NIL coming around, I think more kids will have the opportunity to get out of a shitty situation that they
Right.
might be in at home. So they might, you know, I think that like fight or flight is going to come into
I got
effect
you.
with kids that are struggling. It's like, yo, I could get $500,000 from a
Right,
school and set my family up while I'm 18 years old in college.
Right.
So I feel like that will click with some kids that have that like knack to, oh my God, I could get my family out of like this shitty situation. So that's where I think NIL is actually going to be awesome
For sure.
to get
Yeah.
some families and, you know, some kids that are in some shitty situations, you know, financial help.
How much of that is like their play on the field versus their brand that they build off the field? Because like social
fact.
media has like
another-
such a
yeah.
positive impact for that. You know what I mean? Because like you talk about like the whole like, oh, we don't want to meet outside and like play in the streets anymore. And it's like, yeah, because kids feel the weight to like make content and like build a brand so that they can compete, you know, against other kids that
Nah, for
maybe
sure.
have a brand based off their play or based off of like someone shouting them out based off of, you know, a 7-on-7 play they made. So like, you know, maybe the kids that are, if there's like people in high school or college level right now listening to that and they're like, man, what should I be focused on? Is it like just putting my head down and getting in the weight room? Or is it like a healthy balance of like building a brand
That's a good
as well? I
that's a
mean,
good
like your
question.
podcast is a brand,
Yeah.
you know?
That's
So
a good
like,
question.
what is the healthy balance there?
I don't know because like when I was coming out, I wasn't, and even
Right.
up until I got into the NFL, I wasn't worried about my brand. Like I was worried
Right.
about making the NFL. That was the only thing. That was my brand. That was my only thing I was focused on. So it's a lot different now for kids because they do have now social media where they can build a brand and make money on the internet
Early.
early, and at the same time, then they have athletics too where they can. So I think it comes like a healthy balance of both. Like just shut up and work and do your. If you want to be good, just shut up and work. Like, and then you let your play talk. Don't talk about it and don't work.
Yeah.
Don't talk about it, then just show up.
Yeah.
That's
It's
a
more so about doing the work, and then you know on the field that'll show, and people will be able to see you.
Yeah.
So
was
put
a
in the
bar.
work first.
Put in the
is-
work, a healthy balance between your brand and putting in the work, but it comes down to just putting in the work. Like I said, there ain't no shortcuts to where we got to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the way the NIL is set up, I feel like is like school to school, and obviously it has to do with a lot of it has to do with the way that you're playing on the field. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
It's not really about brand off the field. Like obviously you see like guys like quarterbacks and like receivers and basketball players. You know that they get those off the field deals of like Juju. I see Juju Watkins with she got the State Farm commercial. You know what I mean? Like getting those things is obviously you elite on the court. You're gonna be able to get more deals. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yeah.
So like just being at like working hard for that, but it's all school to school too. You know what I mean? Like obviously USC is a big school. You know what I mean? Like it carries a lot of weight.
Right.
And you out there in LA with all the stars and whatnot, and people want to help. They probably have a lot of famous alum.
Right.
So just as far as that, but like when I was growing up, I tried to keep my page clean, bro. Like
Yeah.
We
as
tried
far
too
as like
hard.
the brand, like I wasn't saying the N-word on there. I wasn't cussing. Like I wasn't, liking anything. Like, cause this is when
Yes.
it used to be Twitter and you used to like something and it might show up, such and such like this. And you're like, then they got me. You know what I mean?
They got me.
They got me, but it's just like one of those type of things, bro. Like, obviously, and like you said, the hunger and the drive the NIL is way different, bro. Because if you making, say, like, a dude make 500 this year, top player on a Texas team or something like that, he might make $1 million or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just this one season. So then, boom. Well, hold on. Matter of fact, the quarterback that is going to
million.
Michigan, he's
12
making
million.
12 for 4 years, 3 or 4 years. You know what I mean?
He ain't even played it down yet, but he's making 12.
So
crazy.
bro, think about that.
Not saying he's not great. Just saying that's a lot.
Think about that, bro. Like, dudes in college used to really have to struggle.
Struggle.
Like, dudes used to struggle, bro, in college to like, and that was their motivation. Like, damn, bro, like it's hard. Like, I'm struggling right now. I gotta get my people's,
Right.
I gotta get my people's right. I gotta help moms. I gotta help pops. I gotta help granny, whoever it is.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And that NIL money is like, man, I just made 500. I'm cool. Like,
Right.
hey, you weren't making that. You weren't getting that in college. Like, you might have been eating noodles and the school lunch and whatnot. And that's where, like you said, like the hunger, bro, is going to be different because they getting NIL now.
Right.
Like, I'm not saying guys shouldn't have been paid, you know what I mean, in the 80s, the 90s, and all that kind of stuff in the early 2000s. But, like, it's changing the mentality of the players, bro. Like, even we was talking about it in the locker room. Like, D-Jack was like, bro, the NIL is changing because guys might sit in college and you're not gonna make it to the league. Like, let me go to this school, get this money. Let me go here, get
That's
this
smart
money.
business,
I'm gonna
yeah.
stay in college for 5 years and get, bro. You so far ahead of everybody else. You done racked up 800,000, maybe
for
like
sure.
100. You know what I mean? Just different amount of money, just off NIL, and you ain't even got to worry about going to the league. You just got your education.
Think about like a regular student going to college. They're gonna. I know Duquesne's, whatever their tuition is like $60,000. So think of a regular student going to school at any school, and then an athlete that's getting the Michigan kid's getting $3 million a year for 4 years. He's making $3 million while these people are paying $60,000 to go there.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we just need one big league. Like,
Yeah.
just get rid of college football.
I
and
think-
like as soon as you turn 18, you're eligible
You're
to
able
get
to be
drafted into
drafted.
the league.
They do it to the
And,
military.
like we just
I think they're gonna
mean-
put a salary cap on this NIL
They
thing
got
for
to.
schools
Yeah,
It's
because
you listen
like
to my plan. I got a plan for this, Christian.
what
I
is
really
it?
do.
Hit me.
So
Salary cap them.
in my head, because college students, because now they have this NIL, right? Sometimes they don't go to class, they don't do the things that they should be doing, right? But there's
Yeah.
no fine structure.
Right.
So they can go and do that, right? And the coaches can't even really correct them because ultimately I make more money than you, boss. So like now in my head, if you're not going to class, that's a fine. You show up late, that's a fine. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
but also I think though, like these kids should have the opportunity to make as much money as you're gonna make, right? The kid got 12 million, but right, the max that he can actually use while he's in college should be 500,000. The rest of it goes to a fund. So whether you graduate college or you go to the NFL, that money's being invested for you. And then they bring on a financial coach, right? A coach that literally travels with the team and teaches them on how to invest
Yes.
and to grow the current money that they're allowed to have. So that 500,000 is the max. That's still a lot of money, right? Depending on who you are, some kids don't even get there. But if you exceed that max, right, the rest of that goes into a fund for you, is invested for you, and you're a part of that investment, but they're teaching you on how to deal with this small amount of money for this big amount of money. Because right now, like in my head, yeah, that kid made 12 million, but so did his mom, his cousin, his uncle, and his best friend, his big brother.
His kid that's
his
not even born.
So here's the thing, though. It's like when that type of stuff happens, right, he's a young millionaire. But now his whole family believes that they also are young millionaires. So he's going to have to grow up fast.
Yeah.
That's why I think you needed a financial advisor on the team, because him growing up fast, I know me at 18. Trey Tippin at 18. I got $12 million. My mom says she need anything. Hachu.
Yeah.
It's just I'm gonna give it, right? So like having that coach or having that person to help with that salary or that cap, right? And teaching these kids
So
like
you think there needs to be an actual? Are there? You think there's certain teams that offer that? I'm sure
there
there's
might
like
be,
a
there
network.
might be.
But
I'm
like,
not saying
I
there's
mean,
not. I just think as a holistic, that's what they should do.
Well, you're somebody who's more involved in like that world. So
For
like,
sure.
if you don't know if that's available everywhere, then it's probably not. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because you're dealing with kids that have no financial literacy. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
Like, so, and I know, like, coming from where I came from, like, nobody talks about that shit. So
Nah,
like,
bro.
I
Nah.
know that there's kids getting offers and money out there and having no idea or guidance on like what to do because the school
Facts.
doesn't provide that for them. So
Yeah.
it's like if their family ain't giving them resources, like
He could probably, Beanie could probably talk better
I
about
would
it.
I would say like I think
Like, are kids just getting a check cut to them with like $250K? You getting $250K? You just get a check cut to you?
no. So the way it works is like, so when I was at West Virginia, like it was like I think it was like 70,
Yeah.
like 70, 75, whatever. So broke up into like 6 or 7 months. So
Okay.
like you getting paid this amount, like, and then like during the season it goes up. You know what I mean? Like.
As you're
But,
playing.
yeah, but they obviously break it down and stuff like that. It's not, but that's a whole different story because the
Yeah.
basketball guys at West Virginia messed the whole NIL up.
Oh, I
bro.
bet, I
Yeah,
bet.
like bro, it was all the way messed up. Like when Coach Hugs when they got
When he
gone,
left?
bro. Like bro, all of those guys transfer. I think they gave them the money up. I think they might have gave them the money up front, bro. So like, that shit's-
Wow.
and then the whole team transferred, bro. So like they up paid. You know what I mean? Like.
Right.
But, you know, I think they do teach the financial literacy classes. It's not like they might have a dude come in once or twice, but
See what
it's
I'm
not
saying?
like guys need to, okay, this is what y'all need to do with y'all money, bro. Like, they didn't even take taxes out of my
See-
yeah, like they don't take, bro. Some schools do though.
So it was untaxed 75.
Yeah, it was untaxed.
So that's like making 125.
So I had to pay taxes
Oh,
like myself.
after.
Yeah. So they gave me 70 or 75. I can't remember which one, but I had to pay the taxes on it. Like they sent
Yeah.
you the tax information in.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You file for that.
Now,
Wow.
at 18, think about that at 18. You think you know what to do with taxes? I'm 28. I have a tough time filing my taxes.
Same.
Bro, but the thing is really with that is like, bro, if you have a good household, or you have good mentors,
Yes.
and things like that, bro, I think that it'll help. You know what I mean? Obviously, they have like directors of like it ain't like a DY. It's like, but they have directors of like player personnel and
Right.
stuff like that at schools and like general managers and
Right.
stuff like that I feel like can help those guys, you know what I mean, get that figured out. Like a guy at West Virginia helped me. He helped me do my taxes. Damn near like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But I'm not going to say that every school has that, and every school is different. Texas might have something different, you know what I
Right.
mean? This other school might have, like the Alabama, the Auburn, those schools might have something different, you know what I mean? And like to speak on the fine system that you said, somebody, I can't remember what school, it's an SEC school. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they said, bro, he either missed the workout or he was late to the workout, and they took some of his money from him.
Oh, they're actually doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, because I feel like if you're not getting fined for these things, bro, like I seen one kid, bro, he left Florida and he demanded if he's not a starter, his parents got a house and a car, he's not coming back or something crazy like that. I'm like, bro, like, where's the integrity of the game? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have some sense of stability because in the NFL, bro, y'all get fined for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything. So, like, but you still make an incredible amount of money, but it also teaches you to be responsible. These kids ain't got no boundaries. They, you know
Well,
what I'm saying?
we run the risk of like, you know, you miss meetings and shit during camp. Like guys like us, like they'll just cut you if
well,
you're
you
missing
outta
meetings
there.
and shit. Like unless you're a contract guy that's like fucking like if you're a normal dude in there like trying to make the team, you're getting cut if you're missing meetings. You're not just getting a little fine. You're
Yeah.
just getting cut. So like that's the difference. Like
Right.
these college kids can miss shit with no repercussions.
Man.
Yeah, and that's like the crazy thing, bro. Like, you scheduled to make like 100, 200, and you just missing workouts. You late to workouts.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
wild.
Right.
Like, it's missing class, like stuff like that, bro. Like, and And I get it, bro. I was in college too. I didn't want to go to class every day. This shit gets boring.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't want to be in this class. I don't like history. Why am I in history class? You know what I mean?
I get you.
But it's good to kind of have the defined system, especially so those guys know, okay, when you get to the league, you late. It's what they gonna do. Boom, take your money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can't just run over the coaches like run over the strength coach or whoever, and it's like, man, so what? Like, I missed class. So what? I missed the workout. You know what I mean? Like, some guys kind of have that attitude and kind of need to be humbled.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they know, like, you can't – this ain't going to fly once you get to the next level if you, if you make it to the next level. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I'm about fed up with the NIL talk. Not that I'm jealous of these kids getting money. They deserve it, but – it definitely does need. I like your idea, dude. Every team needs they should have a financial advisor, and they should be structured in a contract. Like, these kids all should have agents where, like, if you're set to get $1 million, we'll say after tax $1 million, you got to put at least 70% of that into the stock market, and you get 30%. Like, you get $300K, $700K goes in the stock market.
You
like,
learn, yeah.
And then you shouldn't be allowed to touch that money. But I don't know if it'll ever get there because, like I said, it's these kids' money now.
Right.
So you can't really – you can advise financial advisors, but you can't, like, tell people what to do with their money, essentially.
Right.
But on to the next now that we're over this NIL. Vin and Jess, what do you got working on in the art game? I know you're working on some shoes behind there. Vinny, what are you painting right now? What do you guys got?
I appreciate the opportunity to talk about it, bro.
Hell yeah. What do you got cooking? I know your art's
So
fucking
this
sweet.
will drop, this week's tomorrow, if you're watching this the day this drops, I have a giveaway that I'm doing with Dubliner.
Hell yeah.
Whiskey, they're a partner of the Steelers.
Yep.
So, like, it came out of, like, nowhere. Just DM'd them on Instagram. I did a painting, and, like, I'm giving it away on my Instagram as a collab with them. So if you're listening to this right now, you can go enter that and win that painting. So, like, that's been a cool experience for me because I've never done anything like that with, like a brand deal that's based around, like, performing the art, not just giving it away. Like, I captured the process of making it, and, like, put content out. So Jesse was there for that. So that was really fun. And he's actually going to be the next part of it, which we haven't even announced. So this whole partnership with Dubliner is like a 3-month thing.
Oh, nice.
And
you were telling
Jesse's
me.
going to be partnering up with them for the next version of it. So maybe, I don't know if you want to speak into that. You also got like the cleats he's working on right now, and like the stuff he's doing is crazy. It's just crazy.
What are you doing? What are your favorite pair? Who's the favorite pair of cleats that you've made so far? If you want to say their name or not, don't.
Yeah.
Like, your favorite pair that you made, like, not the most public cleats. It could be like a cleat that didn't get any publicity, but like, what's the favorite cleat you made? And can we add a picture to show people when
of course.
in a clip in here? Yeah.
Of course, yeah. So I mean, a couple of them, because just to be candid, like, I have a hard time talking about stuff like this because I'm still like going through the process of like accepting like what the hell it is that I'm doing. This is, as a kid, like I grew up loving sports, playing sports, and then to like have some of the contacts and do some of the stuff, like the gratitude, I can't express that. So like it's hard for me to even like list off some of the stuff that I've done. But like even this past year, Deshaun Elliott, we did the terrible towel cleat. Like that was like so crazy to do, like, and to have the opportunity to do that. It started off, he's like, I just want yellow cleats, and I'm like, well, how about terrible towel cleats? He's like, you have 36 hours to do them. Can you do it? And I was like, you're about to see how I work, So I ended up getting them done, and like, that was one of like my first original posts, like just me, no collaboration, that like went kind of viral for myself. I don't have a big following, but like that was one that I knew Pittsburgh was cycling. I was getting sent stuff on Facebook from all the Pittsburgh blogs, like, yo, like, bro's rocking real terrible towel cleats, which that to me was like, it's one of those things, like, terrible towel is such a staple in Pittsburgh, and it's like, that's what I want to do with my skill set. It's like being able to reimagine your everyday stuff that like, I was like, when I cut the terrible towel, I was like, this is like a sin to Pittsburgh.
He had like
right?
a complex about it. He's like, should I even post like
cutting it?
cutting it? Because people could like blame me.
Right. And I ended up doing it, and like, I shared that, like, yes, I did cut up a terrible towel, and there's a couple of people that are like, that's disrespect. I'm like, now you can wear it forever. So like, what's you gonna carry a terrible towel? Or, or you could wear it forever. So that was really cool. You know, going into this year, Pirate season starting, and just some of the feedback like I've got, I don't really know where my name's at, right? Like I don't know who knows me.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody does, right? But yeah, I mean, this upcoming season, like I got reached out by Andrew McCutcheon. I'm gonna be doing like a lot of work with him, and the guys, they actually went to go do a film for him, and
Oh,
dude,
hell
the
yeah.
dude was talking about me like they had to tell me about it because they know how I am, and they're
Yeah.
like, bro, you don't even know, like this man was talking about you like he knew you better than us, and I was like,
That's
dude,
cool as
like,
hell.
and that's for like the people out there that like, and that's the message I want to get across. Like Andrew McCutcheon,
Legend, Pittsburgh legend.
one of my favorite athletes ever. Like
Yeah.
a bucket list that I was like, maybe in 10 years I'll achieve. And you know, I just want to share with people like how real that is. Like the guy behind the camera that's like, you know, doing this. What you know, this is also something I just learned this past year. Like I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm here. And you know, I really do want people to know, as we're talking about like the young generations coming up and the what looks great on the outside. I really want with my message and my platform to be like, yo, like that kid in the back of the room that feels invisible is like, you know, that was me. And I'm working my way, you know, closer to the front. And like,
Yeah.
that's a process. Like, I
Come
never
on,
had
Jess.
my power cut off as a kid. Like, we had just enough, right? But we didn't really have shit. And like, you know, like, I had to make a name for myself. And like, that's a really, you know, tough process to like understand and like
Yeah.
learn when you know, I still look at myself like I ain't shit yet. Like, and I have people, thankfully, like this is the first year of my life where I've been really surrounded by people, and like this podcast, this is like something I would have dreamed about, to just be hanging out with y'all and like
Hell yeah.
talking real, like not just talking about football and
Yeah.
you know, clickbait stuff to get you guys to watch the, oh, you know, Steelers doing this. Nah, it's like,
Yeah.
what, you like bacon? Like, that's crazy. Like, who would think? Who would think, you know? So that stuff has been like, I really want that message to be clear for the people. Like, whether, like, I couldn't be an athlete, dude. Like, I knew early. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I had to
When
work
did you
my
know
ass
early?
off. Oh, I had to work my ass off, dude, to even be the bare minimum, right? And like, but I wanted to be a part of it. So now my role is to give y'all a platform, just even a little bit away, give you guys some character on the field, like let y'all be you. Like maybe we do some like bacon style cleats for this neck. Like there's so many
Yeah.
different things. Like, and I just want people to know it doesn't have to just be. I don't even share this stuff. Like
I
I'm
know.
going through a process of like I have to share this more. Like
That's why I want you to put into this pod when he talked about the Deshaun cleats.
Deshaun.
We need that picture
Yeah, for sure.
because those cleats were nasty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What was
they
that for the
crazy.
Jets game or the
Jets
Cowboys?
game. Yeah, and
Night game. I know it was a
yeah,
night game.
It was ironically enough, like, you know, the guy that runs everything, Brian, around here, he was he called me, he's like, I got tickets for the game, and I'm like, I hate going out. Like, I'm a hermit. Like I live in the studio, like I have to work. Like
Yeah.
there's a point where I feel like I'll reach that life where maybe I can like start doing that. But I just have to keep working. And he's like, yo, like you got 3 pairs of cleats in this game. Come watch it. And it was actually your two pick game that you guys had against the Jets. So I had GP playing in them, Deshaun, and I think Alandon might have had them, but again, GP, like
Yeah.
that dude, like he has access to every top cleat guy in the world, and like chose mine and then wore him for 4 games. Like that to me, like
Come on.
you know, that I don't even know how to put that into words. Like, you know, he's a quiet guy. Like he don't really like
Yeah,
say
yeah.
too much, or like if you didn't like it, he might have still bought him, and then I would have never seen him, right? Like, but for him to show up in him, he had the double tap in the end zone with him. They were all over the internet, like,
Yeah.
And for me, that was cool to see. Like, growing up
sure.
watching ESPN and all that stuff, and like to know, like, and even if that changes a role, that's cemented in history. Like, and it's just a little part of the game. So, you know, there's a lot of cool
Oh, I
shit
love
you
it.
can do.
I love it.
Besides just
Yeah.
you know, TikToking and
Clip
stuff,
that clip that picture in so people can see
Yeah,
that because
of course.
those cleats are special. And
Crazy.
Jesse does shoes as well, custom
Yeah.
shoes. If anybody wants shoes, they're
Gadgets,
sick.
clothes, he does it all.
Anything you want,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Vinny's paintings,
I
Dude,
appreciate that. Dude.
yeah, we
Really
could.
appreciate that,
yeah.
man. You didn't have to do that.
Bro.
And I have just as hard of a time. I mean, like,
Yeah, it's
when you
tough,
asked
dude.
me, I had no idea what to say. So I just went to the, like, last thing I did. But, like, the whole painting thing and the whole, like, what Jesse just said, like, me and him have had so many, like, deep conversations, like, late at night, whether
Yeah.
it's, like, editing the show or just in between
Yeah.
doing stuff here and, like, working on our projects, like, right on the other side of this wall. And, like
4 a.m.
literally when like
in an office.
Yeah.
you know, nobody sees that stuff. And so for us to have like a platform being like these
Yeah.
two kids that like, you know, I knew early too, I kind of tried to hold on to my football dreams for
yeah,
longer
yeah,
than
you
you, but
went a
like I
little
knew
longer,
reality,
yeah.
you know, was I didn't have NIL deals lined up, and, you know, I wasn't Trey Tipton putting up 100 touchdowns in
ain't
his
shit.
senior year. So like, you know, to be able to do what I do and like, man, dude, it's such a blessing. So
Yeah.
to get to do it with this guy who like, he met me at a sneaker event that me and Trey were at trying to promote our podcast that I started in my basement here in Pittsburgh. Like all of us sitting on this side of the studio, man, like
It's different. We appreciate
being a
you.
part of like all of this movement here that like we have out of this studio, like not just this show, but like this show is like amazing, bro. And like, bro, I have multiple conversations with an NFL athlete that like now I consider you a friend because I know that you like pina coladas and like you know what I mean. Like that's cool to me. So Jesse, I appreciate you sharing, man, because like I didn't even know how to like respond to him. But,
It's
like,
tough, yeah.
he got a lot to say.
Yeah.
like, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
he
well,
does.
I appreciate you guys. Yeah, and I clip that in, and we'll
Appreciate that, dude.
get the people going. Beanie, I gotta thank you for coming in. But what I know, what else you got? I know you got when you left here last time. You were like, "Damn, I didn't promote my baking shit."
Yeah.
So I know you got something else in the works. Any last thing you want to get out here into the public?
Nah, man, the bacon stuff, it's on the way.
They'll be looking out for it.
Obviously, you
I
know,
want to be a guest on that.
Yeah, obviously, I got some stuff to work out, and you know, it's hard. It's hard
For
right
sure.
now. They gotta wait because the meal prep. Obviously, my body takes precedent over everything else. Like I can't be eating junk food right now.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's like I'm in the process of changing my whole body. You know, for the greater good of next year and years to come. Eating healthy.
Yeah.
You know, using my blender every day. I put that blender to work, bro. I swear. I use the blender every day. I'm not drinking no pina coladas right now. just straight smoothies. You know what I mean? Cooking using the Blackstone.
Oh yeah.
I know my brother's been telling me to build up my social media presence and stuff like that, and, which I kind of find hard. You know what I mean? Because I'm more of a behind the scenes guy, like a laid back guy. I don't really like to be all out on social media all the time, like how guys, you know, post that they working out and things like that, and which is, you know, it's a blessing and a curse because I don't like everybody to know what I'm doing or who I'm with or where I'm at, but being able to allow fans to kind of see, okay, this is what he's doing or he's doing this, like that's why I'm like starting the whole bacon thing, bro, is because it's something I enjoy outside of football, and that's something that I could do once football's over with. You know what I mean? Give them a little look and even, you know, helping expand, like, okay, your fans, you know what I mean? My fans, then, like, my fans get to know you or, you know what I mean, get to know whoever else, like basically how guys come on here, like, you get their fans are also becoming your fans because, you know, whoever they like or could be their cousin, their brother, their nephew, their favorite athlete. You know what I mean? Oh, his teammate has a podcast. Let me check it out. Then next thing you know, it's my cousins subscribe to your podcast or something like that. So just being able to build those different connections with whoever it is, you know what I mean? Teammates, you know what I mean? Co-workers, whatever you want to call them. Just being able to build that and build that brand.
I want to say this real quick. I know we're wrapping up, but you like the point of that is like a couple things. There's a kid out there that's like wants to bake and they have like that passion for it, but like it's you know it's not maybe the most common thing for like men or even especially an NFL athlete. Like to think that is amazing. So point being is like use this stuff like with caution and like with intent, because yes, social media is a great thing, but it also could be like really detrimental, like for the, you know, addiction and just wasting time and stuff like that. Point being though is like you knowing that, you know, you're a little bit reserved on it, but like letting people in on that, because that's going to inspire, even if it does for one person. I know you'd be happy about that. And it's the whole reason why all of us are here. We did all connect off of social media. At some point I met Vinny. I was watching his work and, you know, Trey and everybody. So like there is a great power. Like I don't want to just be negative about like social media. Like there are really good things, but use it wisely and like really like know the power of it, because it is a great resource. And you know, for the people that want to do it right, like yourself, like don't be ashamed to share those things. I'm talking to myself as well too, because like there is somebody out there that like they're not maybe playing football. They would love to bake, but it's maybe not like something that's accepted in their family or their culture. But like you doing that is going to give at least one kid, and I'm assuming a lot more because of your platform. So like use this stuff wisely. It is a double-edged sword. Like I hope we hit that center point where it's like the synchronicity and beauty of like what this really could be. So
Yeah,
that's my thought on that.
And like the thing about that too is I was talking to one of my homeboys, Taj. He plays for the Dolphins, and he cooks. So like we was just like talking, and I was like on the phone with him while I was cooking something.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, he's like it used to be like frowned upon or
Right.
kind of like he would get judged for liking to cook and draw and stuff like that. It was kind of deemed as
Same.
kind of soft and things like that, and which it shouldn't be. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's manly to grill. It's not manly to
Yeah.
cook, bro. It's, you know what I mean? It's just different ways of cooking.
Right.
And just being able to have people understand that, you know, guys do it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not spending my money to get a chef when I could cook the food myself. Because I
Exactly.
know the way that I like things and
Yeah.
how I want it to be done. So just being able to, you know, do it myself and, you know, put that out there that, you know, it's cool for a guy to cook or
Right.
bake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
dude.
No, I love
Love
that.
it.
Or long snap.
That's cool too. I appreciate it. Well, we got to wrap up here. Beanie, I appreciate you. Your fans are now my fans because Louisville, we got that connection. Vinny, Trey, Jess, boys,
Appreciate
I
you, bro.
appreciate you. Season 1, episode 34. Ricky Williams, 34. Wow.
There we
Is
go.
it 34? Ricky Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
34. You're right.
Yeah,
Ricky
he was,
Williams,
yeah, he was.
34. Yeah.
Yeah, good name.
Like,
Good pull.
share, subscribe, retweet. This is a Juicy Lucy shirt straight out of Minnesota. Burgers smashed with double cheese in them. They're fire. Beanie doesn't like them.
I'm hungry after this one.
Facts.
This is also sponsored by Pepto Bismol because you're gonna have to go straight to the toilet after eating.